before that, I want to make a prayer. Sebelumnya Bapak mau menyuruh satu orang untuk berdoa. Ya, untuk berdoa sebelum memulai pelajaran hari ini. Berdoa dipimpin oleh Tuhan. Ya. Nah.
Sebelum kita memulai pelajaran hari ini, marilah kita berdoa menurut agama yang dipercaya kita masing-masing. Berdoa dimulai. Berdoa selesai.
Okay, thank you Johan for your attention. Ya, lalu kita Bapak mau mengecek kehadiran satu persatu ya. Mengecek kehadiran satu persatu. Karena ada yang beberapa orang yang tidak tahu tapi kita Bapak cek dulu satu persatu kehadirannya. So, if I call you, you can call names present sir. Do not say Adil Pak, do not because this is English class. Okay, did you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, the first one I call Pak Mulyadi,
Present sir.
Otma, Lutfi, Jessica, Novi, Otniel, Mandarman,
Present sir.
Jiniati, Christina, Iman,
Present sir.
Indah, Wafik, Joy, Muslimah, Armanis, okay, Iman, yeah. Okay, that's right. Darius,
Present sir.
Johan,
Present sir.
okay, right. So, Ruderko, okay. Anybody who wants names, sampai nggak bisa tidak sebut namanya. Oh, Sophia. Sophia, okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now we are going to sing a song independence, not independence, national song, ya, Indonesian national song. Dan kita bernyanyi Garuda Pancasila, ya, Garuda Pancasila, salah satu lagu kebangsaan nasional, ya. Anak-anak Bapak, ayo stand up please, stand up please. lessons, I want to ask you something. It's not very special, but I want to explore what you have learned yesterday. Jadi Bapak mau mengeksplorasi, ya, menggali apa yang kita sudah pelajari di pelajaran sebelumnya. Ya, siapa yang tahu? Ayo, Johan. Descriptive text, present tense, past tense. Ya, itulah dia yang sudah kita ajarkan di pelajaran minggu lalu, karena because we have to connect what lessons yesterday and for the future dan program selanjutnya, oke? Jadi Bapak pun membuat tujuan pembelajaran. The purpose of the lessons is how to study about descriptive text. Descriptive text is the text explains about the characteristic of the people. Apa people? Orang. Of the place. Any animals or things, benda. Jadi benda-benda yang ada di sini bisa kita deskripsikan. Contohnya, sekolah ini luas. Berarti luas itu kata apa bahasa Inggris kata sifat? Adjective, ya. Adjective. Contohnya ada orang tinggi, ya. Contohnya he is very tall, is very high, right? So, jadi tinggi itu kata apa? Sifat. Apa tadi? Adjective. Jadi itulah kita pelajari dalam descriptive text. So, yeah, right. So before that, we gonna watch the video about the Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous person in the world. Okay? Jadi kita mau menonton tentang karakter si Cristiano Ronaldo. Apakah kamu siap? Siap. Okay, so let's go.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He is a Portuguese football player. He was born on February 5th, 1985, in Santo Antonio. His father's name is Jose Din Severo, and mother's name is Maria Dolores dos Santos Severo. His father was a gardener with the municipality, and mother worked as a cook. Ronaldo was expelled from the school after assaulting his teacher by throwing a chair at him. He had always been a keen footballer, and by the time he was 14 years old, he decided to concentrate on becoming a professional footballer. In 1995, Cristiano Ronaldo joined the club Nacional located in his hometown of Mediano. Later he joined one of the biggest clubs in Portugal, namely Sporting CP, after clearing a trial. During his time at the Sporting CP, Cristiano Ronaldo played for all the levels. He played in the UEFA Champions League against Manchester United in 2003. The manager of the English club, Sir Alex Ferguson, was impressed by his performance and brought him to the club in the same year. In his first season at Manchester United, Ronaldo scored 3 goals in the league. He scored 84 goals for the club in 196 league games and became one of the best players in the world. At the 2006 World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo was an integral part of the Portuguese national team as they reached the semi-final of the tournament. The following year, he was named the captain of the national team. In 2009, he became the most expensive player in the world after Spanish giant Real Madrid paid Manchester United £80 million to bring him to Madrid. He scored 33 goals in his very first season. In the following season, he ended the Spanish league season with 40 goals, which became a record in the league's history. He led Portugal at the Football World Cup in South Africa in 2010. In 2012, he helped Real Madrid win the Spanish league title, and it proved to be his first league title with the club. He scored 60 goals in all competitions in the season. In 2013 seasons, he scored a staggering 51 goals in the season. In the Champions League, Ronaldo scored 17 goals that made him the highest scorer ever in a single season of the tournament. He has a total of 89 goals in the tournament overall. In the 2014 World Cup, Portugal were knocked out in the first round with him scoring only 1 goal. He has scored 50 goals for Portugal in his career, and that is the highest for any Portuguese player. In the league seasons that started the year, Ronaldo was in sublime form as he notched up 61 goals in total. He also became the fastest player to reach the 200-goal milestone in the Spanish league, which he reached it in 178 games. Cristiano Ronaldo has been in relationships with celebrities like Gemma Atkinson and Alice Goodwin, both models in England. He has 2 sons, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. and Matteo Ronaldo. Ronaldo was in a romantic relationship with Russian supermodel Irina Shayk for 5 years from 2010 to 2015. Cristiano Ronaldo was awarded the Ballon d'Or 5 times in 2008, 2013, 2014, 2016, and 2017. In 2013, he won the FIFA World Player of the Year award and won it again the following year. Ronaldo has scored a record 34 La Liga hat-tricks, including a record-tying 8 hat-tricks in the 2014-15 season. A Portuguese international, Ronaldo was named the best Portuguese player of all time by the Portuguese Football Federation in 2015. He is Portugal's most capped player of all time with over 140 caps and has participated in 7 major tournaments. He led Portugal to their first ever triumph in a major tournament by winning Euro 2016 and received the Silver Boot as the second highest goalscorer of the tournament. He was ranked the world's highest paid athlete by Forbes in 2016 and 2017, as well as the world's most famous athlete by ESPN in 2016 and 2017. Your love makes me strong. Your hate makes me unstoppable, said Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay. So, I have just told about the video. About what? Tentang apa? Cristiano Ronaldo. As we know, Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous football in the world. He plays by Sporting Lisbon, Manchester United. What else? Real Madrid, Juventus, and Al Nassr. We know that Cristiano Ronaldo is tall, tall and white skin. Apakah kulitnya tadi putih? Ya, putih kan? Dan strong, kuat. Tapi satu hal yang kita pelajari tentang Cristiano Ronaldo itu adalah hidupnya disiplin. Mengapa hidupnya disiplin? Because we always train on time. Dia selalu berlatih tepat waktu dan menjaga tubuhnya pun supaya jangan gemuk, ya kan? Usia dia pada zaman sekarang sudah gemuk, sudah pensiun. Seperti Gareth Bale, siapa lagi? Who else that? Roberto Carlos. What else then? Ronaldo Nazario and many things. Dan dia pun hidupnya pun sangat susah, ya. Dia diejek, bahkan tidak mau ke sekolah karena dia membanting gurunya dengan kursi. Mungkin yang gurunya kan tidak mau ke sekolah. This is the best story about Cristiano Ronaldo. Oke? Jadi yang kita tangkap di situ, Cristiano Ronaldo adalah tubuhnya kuat, rambutnya tingginya pun 183 cm, dan berkulit putih, rambutnya keriting. Okay, that's the characteristic of Cristiano Ronaldo because we have to learn about the descriptive text. Okay, so kita lanjut tentang materi descriptive text, ya. Materi descriptive text.
Pintu kelas 93 itu mana?
Materi tentang
Dirapikan pintunya itu. Kelas 93, pintu kelas. Diperbaiki itu. Jangan sampai bapak yang datang ke situ. Jadi sekarang ini
Okay,
diperbaiki.
let's know who is this guy.
Jangan sampai gagal.
Ini jenis deskriptif person. Masih banyak lagi. Contohnya kita deskripsikanlah siapa Pak Telmanua contohnya, ya kan? Kita deskripsikanlah guru-guru yang ada di sini. Jadi deskriptif itu seseorang itu bisa menjelaskan tentang karakter dan sifatnya. Ya, ada yang gurunya emosi, patience teacher, guru yang sabar, dan guru yang apa namanya, yang sering terlambat, and many things that's okay. Jadi ini this is the Cristiano Ronaldo, and we have to discuss before. We know that she's very strong, she's tall and gentle and very smart and disciplined. What is the animal?
Dog.
It's dog, right? Dog. How do you know about the physical psyche of dog? Berarti memiliki coklat is brown fur. Right, it's brown fur. How do you know about behavior? Bagaimana kamu tentang sifatnya? Faithful. Apa sih dia? Loyal. Loyal. Dan bagaimana badannya? How do you know about size? No fat, right? Strong. Baru clean, right? Bersih. Ya. Clean, bersih. Okay, next. What is the place? Let me know. Lake Toba. Okay. Whoever visits Lake Toba. Siapa yang pernah mengunjungi Danau Toba? Okay. So, Lake Toba is the biggest lake in the world. Right? This is my hometown too. Sini juga kampung bapak di sekitar Danau Toba. We know that the Lake Toba is the largest, right? The largest, and in the middle is the Samosir Islands. Bagaimana ciri-ciri Danau Toba? Besar. Apalagi? Luas. Apakah dia indah? It's very beautiful, right? It's very beautiful. Apakah ukurannya, dalamnya? Dalam itu apa? Rendah dalam? Deep, ya, bahasa Inggrisnya dalam itu deep. Oke, lanjut. Nah, biru water. Descriptive text ini yang kita pelajari hari ini. Ya, descriptive text. What is descriptive text? Saya bisa baca. Materiadi.
Descriptive text is a text that explains what a person, place, or thing is like, often from feeling or visual experience from the use of adjective and adverbs.
Yeah, what is descriptive text? Descriptive text is a text that explains what person, place, or things is like, often and visual experiences through the use of adjective and verbs. Bahasa Indonesianya, Descriptive text adalah sebuah teks yang menjelaskan atau menggambarkan bagaimana seseorang itu. Itu tadi Bapak jelaskan. Ya, place. Nah, itu tadi Danau Toba. Atau bisa kalian tuliskan tempat story apa? Suatu tempat. Oke, the place. And thing. You know thing? Benda. Look at the things around you. It's like a tables, chairs, what else? Bag, book, whiteboard, and blackboard. Yeah, this is black, right? Nah, ini karakternya sifatnya ini warnanya hitam. Ciri-ciri laptop. Tetap ini ukurannya peta. Persegi. Oke, itulah dia. Ulangi sekali lagi, descriptive text adalah sebuah teks yang menjelaskan tentang seseorang, tempat, suatu benda yang biasanya digunakan dalam kalimat adjective. What is adjective? Sifat, kata sifat, adverb, kata keterangan. Oke, semangat. Oke. A kinds of descriptive text. What the kinds of descriptive text? Describing process. Yeah, describing process. Describing process is not only to explain how something is accomplished, but also to explain on why it is long or done and what is needs to complete the process. Artinya, describing process adalah tidak hanya menjelaskan bagaimana sesuatu itu bisa berhasil, tapi juga bagaimana sesuatu itu bisa tercapai. Ya, okay, what is needs, apa yang dibutuhkan dalam suatu proses. Misalnya, ketika kita we want to be a rich, ketika kita menjadi orang kaya, nobody people earn words by rich. Tidak ada di dunia ini sesuatu yang bisa lain langsung menjadi orang kaya. Nah, semua itu harus proses. Ya, semua itu butuh proses. Bagaimana cara mendapatkan proses itu? How to achieve the process? We have to work hard. Ya, work hard itu adalah bekerja keras. Ya, bekerja keras. Oke? Lanjut. Describing an event, menjelaskan suatu peristiwa atau kejadian. Coba dibaca dulu, Johan. Enak.
Describe an event. A writer should be able to remind and remember what happened in that event. As the example, people is going to write about a section of their festival. She or he has to explain all details related to the event, so that the readers can imagine the real situation and condition perfectly.
Okay, thank you so much. Johan, you read this very good. I think that when you bigger and you grow up, you have to go to America, United States or Australia, right? Okay, nice. Describing an event. To describe an event, a writer should be able to memorize and remember what happens in that event. As examples, people is using to write about inspections of the virus, and vegetables. She has to explain all details related to the events so that the readers can imagine the real situations and conditions perfectly. Artinya adalah menjelaskan sebuah peristiwa,
It's time to begin
si penulis harus mengingat kejadian yang terjadi pada kejadian sebelumnya. Seperti contoh, ada ada seseorang yang menulis tentang virus di sayur-sayuran. Jadi dia pun harus menulis secara detail tentang peristiwa itu so that the readers can imagine the real situations and conditions perfectly. Jadi si pembaca bisa mengingat apa yang terjadi dan kondisi yang sebenarnya. Oke, itulah event sebuah peristiwa. Describing personality is very common to describe persons. So, baca dulu Petniel.
Living personality. The first thing that we must do in describing a person is recognizing the individual characteristic. We need to describe
It's time to have second break.
attributes being honest, humble, ruthless, and intellectual.
Okay, describing personality. The first things that we must do in describing a person is recognize the individual characteristic. We need to describe people, of course, purely areas of cycles that we look, hair, eyes, and skin, emotional, warmth, nervous, attributes, greedy, honest, humble, trust, and intellectual. Untuk menjelaskan tentang kepribadian seseorang, ya, kita harus menggambarkan, mendeskripsikan seseorang dengan fisiknya dulu. Dengan terutama rambutnya, eyes, skin, warna kulit, dan emosional, sifat-sifatnya, ya, apa itu warm, hangat, nervous, tubuh, strong, kuat, weak, lawan kata kuat, lemah, tired, capek, boring, bosan, ya, attributes, greedy, apa greedy, rakus atau serakah, honest, jujur, humble, rendah hati, trust, percaya, dan intelektual. Intelektualnya enak. Lanjut. Describing object and describing place. Presenting a concrete things is the way to describe place. For example, house, library, swimming pool, bus stations, and market. Jadi describing object ini adalah menjelaskan tentang sebuah nama tempat. Contohnya, apa house? Rumah, library, perpustakaan, swimming pool, kolam renang, bus station, terminal, and market, pasar. Lanjut. Social functions of descriptive text. Jadi inilah fungsi dari descriptive text. Descriptive text itu adalah fungsinya adalah to describe a particular person's place, things, or animals. Jadi menjelaskan tentang seseorang, nama tempat, nama benda, or animals. What's animals? Hewan. Lanjut. Generic of structure descriptive text. Ada deskriptif itu dua tahap ya. It consists two parts. They are identifications. Jadi terdiri dari dua bagian. Pertama identifikasi. Ya, identifikasi. It's then the statements that consist of the topic to be described, and B, descriptions, which consist of the details, descriptions about the object that is identified in education. Pertama, identifikasi. Contohnya, my name is Eric Simamura. I am English teacher at SMP Negeri 5. Okay? And I have one daughter. I live in Parambulan. Jadi my name is Eric Simamura itu adalah identitas atau identification. Jadi deskripsinya itu tadi apa? Setelah deskripsi itu setelah identitas itu penjelasannya. Ya, setelah ngerti? Oke, lanjut. Grammatical features of descriptive text. Ada, inilah grammar. Kalau grammar kan? Grammar itu susunan kata atau kalimat. Ya, susunan kata atau kalimat. Next, grammar features of descriptive text. In descriptive text, it is focused on specific participants. Use of attributes, declarative sentence, and simple present tense. Jadi grammar yang dipakai dalam descriptive text itu adalah present tense. Apa sih simple present tense? Waktu yang atau peristiwa yang terjadi secara berulang-ulang. Contohnya, we always go to schools from Monday to Saturday. Kami pergi ke sekolah mulai hari Senin sampai hari Sabtu. Itulah contohnya. Baru, we always clean the classrooms every morning except by Sunday. Kami selalu membersihkan ruangan kelas setiap pagi kecuali hari Minggu. Oke, itulah dia contohnya. Declarative dan simple present tense. Lanjut. Language feature of descriptive text. Ya. Specific participants. Inilah bahasa-bahasa dari descriptive text. Specific participants as a certain object is not common and unique. Only one. For example, bandingan beach, my house, Borobudur Temple, and Uncle Jim. The use of adjective and adjective to clarify the nouns. For example, a beautiful beach, a handsome man, and a famous place in Jakarta. The use of simple present tense, the sentence patterns is used in simple present because it tells the facts of the objects described. Excellent verbs. Verbs that shows an activity, for example, sleep, run, walk, etc. Jadi katanya di sini ada partisipan atau orang yang tertentu, spesifik tertentu ya. Has a certain object, memiliki objek yang pasti, tidak hanya biasa dan unik atau satu orang. For example, contohnya bandingan beach, pantai Bandengan, my house, rumah saya, Borobudur Temple, what's temple? Apa di bahasa Indonesia Borobudur Temple apa? Candi, Borobudur, Uncle Jim, Paman Jim, ya. Kebanyakan dari kalimat deskriptif teks ini digunakan pada bentuk adjektif atau kata sifat. Kata sifat, the noun, ya, atau kata benda. Contohnya, a beautiful beach, dan duluan dulu kata sifatnya, baru kata benda. A handsome man, orang ganteng. A beautiful woman, wanita cantik. Dan a rich people, orang kaya. Ini dia. Terus the use of simple present tense is the sentence pattern is use simple present. Jadi kalimat-kalimat ini tadi Bapak bilang digunakan dalam bentuk present tense. Dalam bentuk present tense karena it tells the effect of the object described, karena menjelaskan fakta yang sebenarnya, ya, menjelaskan objek yang sebenarnya. Example, berarti ada kata kerjanya. That show activity, for example, yang menunjukkan sebuah aktivitas. Contohnya run, apa run? Lari. Walk, berjalan. Cut, potong, gunting, etc. Dan selanjutnya dan lainnya. Oke, lanjut. Inilah contoh dari descriptive text. The example of descriptive text dari Lektoba. Lektoba is one of the most beautiful nature's wonders in Indonesia. Identifikasi. Jadi identifikasinya adalah itu di awal kalimat, ya, di awal kalimat identifikasi. Ya. Danau Toba adalah salah satu keajaiban alam yang ada di Indonesia. It's large and volcanic lake volcanic in North Sumatra. Danau ini luas dan letaknya di Sumatera Utara. The lake is approximately 100 kilometers long. Jadi danau ini kira-kira 100 km panjangnya atau luasnya. Oh, dikit panjangnya, sorry, panjangnya ya. 30 km luasnya and 505 meters deep dan 500 kedalaman ukuran dan jadi sudah gitu ya. Ada mitos mengatakan kalau air danau Toba itu enggak bisa dikukur, katanya. Banyak situ. So we don't believe that with this because the expert says hanya 505 meter deep, ya, making it the largest volcanic lake in the world dan membuatnya menjadi danau terbesar di dunia. Lanjut. The lake was formed by massive volcanic eruptions around 7,500 years ago. Jadi danau ini dibentuk dalam terbentuk pada 74.000 tahun yang lalu. It will like Toba. Ada sesuatu unik di tengah-tengah Danau Toba. There is a unique island called Samosir Island, yaitu Pulau Samosir, which is almost as big as Singapore. Jadi luas Samosir itu dibilang itu luasnya seperti Singapura, ya, Singapura. Samosir is the home to the Batak people. Jadi Samosir itu asal usul dari suku Batak. Ya, itulah rumah asal usul dari suku Batak. And rich in traditional culture dan memiliki budaya yang sangat kaya, including termasuk ancient house. Tahu ancient house kan? Ancient itu apa? Kuno atau old, lama, rumah yang kuno. Itu rumah yang boleh ini segitiga kan? Itulah namanya ancient house. Ritual, contohnya ritual lah, proto gitu, musik. The scenery around the lake Toba is breathtaking. Pemandangan di sekitar Danau Toba itu sungguh sangat luar biasa indahnya, ya. The calm clear blue water is surrounded by green hills and mountains. Udara yang segar atau air yang jernih dikelilingi oleh perbukitan yang hijau dan gunung yang hijau pula. Visitors often come here to relax. Pengunjung biasanya ke sini untuk berrekreasi, berenang, explore the island, menjelajahi pulau, or learn about the local culture dan mempelajari budaya-budaya yang ada di sekitaran Danau Toba. The cool is climate and peaceful atmosphere make it a perfect place to escape from the busy city life. Jadi kesannya adalah kita mendapatkan pemandangan yang luar biasa, yaitu di sekitar Danau Toba. Ya, inilah identifikasinya di awal kalimat, deskripsinya lah mulai dari sini. Nah, oke, kita lanjut. What is this? Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, Ronaldo. Why I use Cristiano Ronaldo? Because I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So, descriptive persons. Cristiano Ronaldo is a very handsome man. Orang ganteng. Ya, he has athletic body. Dia memiliki tubuh yang atletis with a height of 186 centimeters and weighs 53 kilograms. That makes him look masculine. He has olive skin. He has brown and round eyes. His hair is dark brown and wavy. Si Cristiano Ronaldo itu adalah seorang pria ganteng. Dia memiliki tubuh yang atletik dan memiliki tubuh dan tingginya sekitar 180 cm dan beratnya 83 kilo. Dia membuat dia menjadi awet muda. Dia memiliki olive skin, maksudnya sawo matang kayak kita. Dia tidak begitu putih amat. Ya, he has brown surround eyes. Matanya berwarna coklat. Rambutnya apa? Warna apa dia? Warna coklat tua and wavy. Kayak rambut bergelombang di rambutnya. Ya, kayak gitu juga. Ya, itulah identifikasinya. Terus, his favorite color is white. Rupanya warna kesukaannya adalah putih. Ya, putih. He likes to dress neatly. Dia suka memakai pakaian yang bermerek. He likes to wear a watch every time he goes out with his family and friends. He is very kind and gorgeous. Dia suka memakai jam tangan dan dia pergi dengan keluarganya dan temannya. Dia sangat dermawan. Jadi ada satu kemarin tsunami Aceh tahun 2004 ketika dimulai. Cristiano Ronaldo comes to Aceh to visit the refugee, and Bapak masih ingat itu, dia datang tahun 2004, dia melihat tsunami korban tsunami Aceh dan memberi dana hampir 23 miliar dolar Amerika pada saat itu. Ya, Bapak sangat bangga sama dia. Karena kenapa? Karena dia sudah pernah datang ke Indonesia, menginjakkan diri di Indonesia, melihat tragedi tsunami Aceh. Yang mungkin lain di sini ya. Untuk Bapak di situ SMP lah kelas 2. Nah, itulah kapalnya, misalnya. Oke, she is known for his skills. Dia cepat, skill, dan ada keahliannya. Controlling dribblings, abilities, and talents. Dan dia pandai dribbling bola ya, beating players one on one station dan mengalahkan pemain satu demi satu. Dia is able to finish well. Dia bisa menyelesaikan atau mencetak gol dengan cepat. Both in area to score goals and from distance. She is also an accurate free kick specialist. Unique his height, strength, ability, jumping, technique have given him more advantages in winning. Itulah kalimat deskripsinya. Jadi intinya mana ciri kata sifat? Dari sini ke sini mana kata sifatnya? Handsome. Baru body. Ini masculine. Baru matanya warna apa? Itu satu kata sifatnya. Nah, di sini mana kata sifatnya? Brown, baby ya, baby. Oke, baby. Oke, kita lanjut ya. Itulah dia meditasikan tentang persoalan itu. Animals. Hewan. Descriptive animals, cats. I have a cat at home. Saya memiliki kucing. Kucing ya di rumah. His name is Manis. Namanya si Manis. Manis is a male cat who is cute and spoiled. His fur gray with a bit of white on his belly and legs. His fur is soft and nice depends. His eyes are round and yellow greens and they look very sharp, especially at night after identifications. Jadi identifikasinya adalah si manis itu kucing yang lucu dan manja. Nah, manja itu kata sifat ya. Bulunya warna apa, Grey? Orange atau orange coklat lebih ya. Iya. With a bit of white in his belly head and legs. Jadi ada warna belang-belang juga, ada putih-putihnya di situ ya. His fur is soft. Bulunya lembut, halus. And nice to pet dan cocok di apa? Cocok jadi hewan peliharaan. His eyes around and yellow greens and they look very sharp especially at night. Ya, jadi warnanya adalah warna kehijau-hijauan, kuning hijauan. Manis is a small, tubuhnya pendek, pointy ears, runcing, telinganya runcing, dan memiliki bulu, ekor yang panjang, ekor yang panjang ya, yang selalu bergerak. When he is happy, ketika dia senang, he likes to rub his body against my leg. Kan kucing itu kan kalau dia senang mengeluskannya itu di dalam kakinya kan, ya suaranya lembut dan meong. Especially when he is hungry. Kalau dia lapar, dia ingin selalu dimanja dan minta makan terus. Ya. Lionel Messi is a famous football player from Argentina. He was born on June 24, 1977 in Rosario. Messi is not very tall, but he's very sharp, very fast and skillful. He has short brown hair and sharp eyes. Messi started playing football at a young age. He spent most of his career playing for FC Barcelona and later moved into Inter Miami. He's known for his amazing dribblings, quick movements, and powerful shots. Messi is also humble and hardworking person, which makes him loved by fans around the world. Jadi si Messi itu adalah pemain sepak bola terkenal dari Argentina. Tadi si Ronaldo dari mana? Jadi dari Argentina. He was born on June 24. Dia lahir pada bulan Juni pada 24 Juni tahun 1987 di Rosario. Ciri-cirinya, ciri-ciri si Messi. Messi is not very tall, dia tidak terlalu tinggi. Tetapi he is very fast and skillful. Dia sangat cepat dan sangat skill. He has short brown sharp eyes. Dia memiliki apa? Rambut yang coklat dan mata yang tajam. Messi start playing football at a young age. Messi mulai bermain sepak bola pada usia muda. He spends most of his career for playing for FC Barcelona and later moved to Inter Miami. Dia menghabiskan waktunya bermain sepak bola di Barcelona dan kemudian dia pindah ke Inter Miami. She's known for his amazing dribbling. Dia terkenal dengan dribbling. Tahu dribbling kan? Tiki-taka. Satu orang pemain bisa melewati 5 pemain di depannya. Dribbling itu dia contohnya. Ya, quick movements, cepat, and powerful shots dan tendangan yang kuat. Nah, ini salah satu kuncinya ya. Messi juga dikenal sebagai baik hati. Messi is also a humble and hardworking person, which make him loved by fans around the world. Messi adalah orang yang baik hati dan bekerja keras yang membuatnya dicintai oleh fans dari seluruh dunia. Sama yang macam si keseluruhan tadi. Beda-beda tips ya. Oke? Nah, ada pertanyaan. I have questions for you. Okay, question is, what is the text Descriptions of Lionel Messi. Okay. Mantap. Then, what does Messi looks like? Ya, bagaimana ciri-ciri si Messi? 1. A. Tall with blonde hair, tinggi dengan rambut yang pirang. Itu. Nah. Short with curly black hair, pendek dengan rambut yang keriting. Nah. Not very tall, short brown hair and short eyes. Tidak sangat tinggi, kulit rambutnya coklat dan matanya tajam. Very tall and has a blue eyes. Right? Number 3. What are Messi main strengths in football? Apa yang membuat si Messi itu kuat? Dribbling,
Quick movement.
and powerful shots. Ya, dia dribblingnya sangat kuat, gerakannya cepat dan tembakan yang sangat kuat. Sentence number 4. Which sentence from the text shows Messi personality?
Messi is out.
Apa kalimat mana yang membuat si Messi itu menunjukkan sifat kepribadiannya? Mana depan? C. Messi is also humble and hardworking person. Si Messi juga adalah orang yang sangat rendah hati dan bekerja keras. Terakhir, what is the tense of Messi used in the text? Present tense. Kenapa present tense? Karena menceritakan kejadian yang sebenarnya, ya, secara berulang-ulang. Oke, LKPD, ya, LKPD, lembar kerja peserta didik. Ini kita kerja kelompok. Waktunya Bapak tunggu 10 menit. Ditulis di selembar kertas, ya. Contohnya gini, each group has to create sekitar 8 menit, ya. Ya. Each group has to create descriptive text, animals or persons, things, in a piece of paper. Setiap grup itu membuat descriptive text hewan. Sudah Bapak tunjukkan tadi kelompoknya, ya. Bapak harap, I hope you can answer the questions or response by each group. Bapak harap kamu bisa memberikan pertanyaan ketika teman-temanmu tampil ke depan. Bisa?
Yes.
Oke, bisa. Bapak tunggu waktunya 8 menit. Ya. Baru setelah kamu mempresentasikan, maju ke depan, terus hasilnya dikumpulkan sama Bapak. Mengerti? Oke, Pak, dikerjakan sekarang. Bapak tunggu 8 menit. 8 menit. Mana ini? Ini. Nama kelompoknya kelompok 1, kelompok 2, kelompok 3, kelompok 4.
Ya, Pak.
Nama urutan yang apa? Kan dibilang ya. Bapak tunggu. Nah, 8 menit. Coba dikerjakan. Located on the west coast of North Sumatra, surrounded by the ocean, hills, Sibonga has unique landscape with big, small islands and green hills around. Ada pertanyaan, ada pertanyaan. Tunggu dulu, tapi kita simpan lagi ya. Oke, kita mulai ya. Oke, ayo mulai dari kelompok 1. Sampai ke depan. Ya, ini sampai sini lagi. Oke, siapa tempatnya? So, before that you want to ask, perkenalkan, it's up to you, Indonesia language or English, bahasa Indonesia is up to you. Perkenalkan kami dari kelompok 1, nama saya Jenny. Atau, sorry, please introduce. We are group 1. I'm Jenny and my friends.
Perkenalkan kami dari kelompok 1 ingin menyampaikan hasil diskusi kami.
dengan kelompok 1? Apa pertanyaannya? Diri. Okay. So, could you please? Ya, katanya si Bulga itu adalah kota yang terletak di Sumatera Utara yang memiliki potensi laut. Ya, itulah tanggapan yang saya dapat dari kelompok satu. Oke? Ada lagi? Nah.
Can you describe the activity of the Sibulga community?
Would you like to describe six Sibulga of the community? Ya. Okay. The answer is Sibulga people is very gentle, very personality and friendly, right? Jadi orang-orang di Sibulga itu adalah orang-orang yang sangat baik dan rendah hati. Oke, kita lanjut satu. Ayo, ini tentang deskripsi orang, ya, tentang Soekarno. Tentang Soekarno. Oke, sebelumnya perkenalkan dulu kelompok dua.
Perkenalkan kami dari kelompok 2. Kami menyampaikan kepada agar mengambil tempat kelas 97. Terima
Right of speak. As speaks, great full of master and national spread which of work and spark as satisfied and came beloved by the people and respected as strong and confident leaders. Dua, nasionalis and patriotic act the refuge of free Indonesia from colonial rule is willing to be responded and conflict the time and not between one other nations. Tiga, smart and visionary as a graduate of technology of school now I think Karno was educated and happy with your value story and the old thing. He played a game so and the
Okay. Thank you so much. Give applause. Okay, so now this is all about Sukarno. Okay, Sukarno is the first president of Indonesia. So my question is, there is another groups to respond of this group. Ada yang mau membuat pertanyaan dari grup ini? Apa itu?
What makes Karno a charismatic and inspiring leader?
Soekarno had a colorful and persuasive way of speaking. His passionate speeches, deep with natural spirit, present the Bible and trained him with natural respect.
Oke, itulah jawabannya. Ya, Soekarno adalah seorang yang sangat tegas dan kuat dalam pendiriannya. Oke, once again, ada lagi pertanyaan lagi?
No, Pak.
No. Oke, sit down, please. Once again. Oke, number 3. Room 3.
Perkenalkan, kami dari kelompok 3 akan membacakan hasil diskusi kami.
The character and situation of Komodo Island. Komodo Island is one of the most unique and fascinating places in Indonesia. It is located in East Nusa Tenggara Province and is part of the Komodo National Park. This island is not only famous for its natural beauty, but also for being the natural habitat of the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard in the world. The character of Komodo Island is quiet, natural, and peaceful. The island is mostly untouched by modern development, which makes it feel like a hidden paradise. It is filled with dry savannas, green hills, tropical forests, and beautiful beaches. The most famous beach is Pink Beach, where the sand has a soft pink color to broken coral reefs. They see clear and blue, and they underwater live is rich with colorful fish and coral reefs. The climate on the island is hot and dry, especially during the dry season from April to November. There is little rainfall, and they temperature can reach up to 38 Celsius during daytime. The air is dry, and the land is mostly covered with grass and small fresh flakes can surf in the heat. This dry environment is perfect for the Komodo dragon to live and hunt.
Okay, big clap. Okay, anybody group here to make a response with group number 3? Ada buat pertanyaan? What's the question?
Why is Komodo Island considered unique and special?
Kenapa pulau Komodo itu sangat spesial?
Komodo Island is unique because
Yes, that's the problem.
it is the natural habitat of the Komodo dragon.
So I don't know the answer. Please give me this. What is the answer? Seriously, right?
The large lizard
in the world.
Hmm.
It is
Seriously, because please.
no for its
Please say.
unto
For
natural
and next. What?
beauty.
Okay, the answer is because the island is having a lizard dragons, right? The biggest lizard dragons. Itulah karakter dari Pulau Komodo. Satu-satunya pulau yang ada komodonya di Pulau Komodo. Ya, baiklah. Oke, next. Jelas, Ruth. Tulis lagi.
Perkenalkan dari kelompok 4 ingin mempresentasikan hasil kerja kelompok panah.
The giraffe is the tallest land animal on Earth. An adult can grow about 4 to 6 meters high, taller than a one-story house. Thanks to its famous long neck and legs, even though a giraffe neck may be over 2 meters long, it still has only 7 neck bones. Just like humans, each bone is simply much bigger. Most giraffes live in savannas and open woodlands of eastern and southern Africa. Their spotted coat, yellow-brown patch separated by light lines, act like camouflage, helping them blend in trees and sunlight. Every giraffe appearance is unique the same way human fingerprints are. Giraffes are herbivores. Their egg lets them grow limbs and tender suit that other animals can reach, especially from trees. A tall, 45 centimeter bluish black tongue and rubery lips protect them from thorns. They can eat up to 30 kilograms of leaves in a single day and often go for a long period without drinking. The water in fresh leaves and dew is usually enough. Living in loose earth, giraffes use their excellent highlights to spot predators, including lions and hyenas, from far away. When the they can gallop at 45 kilometers per hour, or deliver a powerful kick strong enough to break a lion's jaw.
Okay. 15. So when you hear sports, please you have to respond to the question. Ada pertanyaan dan anu?
Ya.
Ini?
No.
Ada?
Hello.
Okay. So what's the question? Prepare yourself.
How do giraffe protect themselves from predators?
Okay.
The giraffe use their excellent highlights to spot predators like lions and hyenas from far away. If treated, they can run at speed about 55 km per hour or deliver a powerful kick strong enough to break a lion jaw.
Oke, jadi katanya zirafa itu memiliki kaki yang panjang untuk menghindari dari tekanan dari singa. Oke, so ada lagi satu lagi. Do you want more questions then? It's no problem. Okay, give a applause. Okay. Ya. Oke, silakan duduk. So we have presented like descriptive text only 5 books, and I'm very so happy to be to you because you have present these things of descriptive text. Jadi tadi kita sudah mempresentasikan tentang nama tempat, nama hewan, nama tokoh, dan karakter ya. Jadi itulah kita pelajari untuk kita belajar untuk dengan apa tentang descriptive text, dan Bapak pun menyadari bahwa presentasi kita ini kurang maksimal, ya, karena mungkin ada beberapa orang yang tadi kurang serius, ya, loud smiles, it's like very full, you know, so you have to fix it, in the future, ya. Jadi kamu harus mengubah itu nanti, ya.
Yes.
Oke. Jadi kesimpulannya kita mempelajari descriptive text ini adalah satu, kita sudah mengetahui tentang ciri-ciri seseorang. Apa lagi? Hewan, benda, and place. Itulah dia ya. Ada yang kuat, ada yang ganteng, strong, handsome, and else. Large, beautiful scenery. What is there? Apa lagi? Hardworking, bekerja keras, and weakness. Oke? Jadi materi kita hari ini dapat menyimpulkan bahwa kita sudah mempelajari tentang descriptive text, dan di kemudian hari atau minggu depan kita akan mempelajari materi yang baru. Oke? Selanjutnya kita dulu ice breaking, ya. Oke? Oke, ini kita aja. I want to show you one of the persons who makes close praying, doa penutup. Ya, silakan duduk. Ya, ya, buat doa penutup. Tadi kan si Johan. Now we are staying close by Maturiadi. Oke, doa penutup.
Untuk mengakhiri pelajaran kita hari ini, marilah kita berdoa menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. Doa dimulai. Doa selesai.
Amin. Oke, thank you so much, Maturiadi times. Oke, Bapak tutup dan mengakhiri dari pertemuan ini. Intinya kita sudah belajar tentang materi descriptive text. So I'm very happy to be here for you because we have accomplished. Kita sudah menyelesaikan pelajaran untuk hari ini. Tepuk tangan untuk Bapak, kalau ada dan kita akan berjumpa pada jam pelajaran berikutnya, pada hari berikutnya. Oke, sekian dan terima kasih. Oke, dah.